News everywhere.
If it happens to you, would you like empathy or would you like people to look at you differently?
The 34th edition of Homeless Nights in Montreal, a province-wide event aimed at raising awareness about homelessness and opening up the dialogue between citizens.
It is so important for us because I think it's a conversation we need to have about what is homelessness, what can bring people to live a period of homelessness, and also to show that we're all the same. We're all humans. We all go through different things.
They're human beings. At the end of the day, they have hearts too. People who experience homelessness across Quebec, if you listen to their stories, it can happen to anyone. It can happen to you or me. It's important to get attention on this subject and support those who are experiencing painful moments. I lived for 3 years on the streets. I was homeless. It's pretty difficult living on the street when you sleep on concrete sidewalks in minus 40-degree weather and even in the summer. In Quebec, nearly 10,000 people are visibly homeless. Nearly half of those people, 4,690, were living in Montreal. The homeless population in the province almost doubled in 4 years. Spokesperson Annie Archambault went from being homeless for 5 years to being a community organizer working to help the homeless population.
I have the same story of so many women that go through homelessness. There's not enough program, there's not enough shelters, there's not enough dignity, empathy, self-esteem. And you know, it took a place in a program that is so rare for me to have. So it's not a question, it wasn't a question of choice, it was a question of luck. Today we see a lot of people that work full-time, that are homeless, that cannot find an apartment. You could see 25% of people that are homeless got kicked out for renovation in their house. When I say it can happen to everybody, it happens to everybody.
We can't judge at first glance. Some people think it's because they don't want to work, but it's not true. It's because the cost of rent is so high, they can't afford it.
I heard today that the town of Montreal refused to double the budget for homelessness, which is horrible. Especially, we see more and more people that don't want homeless programs or shelters or apartments to be built in their neighborhood, but that's what we need. People don't want to see homeless people outside, but they don't want them either in programs.
In Montreal, Brittany Henriques, City News.